Mount Pearl, NL, it was, says Stefania Butler, like a scene from a movie. First, a sudden, massive bang. Firefighters and police look on following an explosion in Mount Pearl, NL, on Tuesday. 3 people have been taken to hospital after an explosion at a business in an industrial area of Mount Pearl, NL. The Royal Newfoundland Constabulary says the explosion at the Trimac National Tank Services building on Kyle Avenue happened at about 8:20 a.m. today. Mount Pearl Mayor Dave Acker says he lives about a kilometer from the business and felt the entire house shake when it happened. Dave Acker, the Canadian Press, then, debris everywhere, and the roof flew off the building across the street at Trimac National Tank Services. Butler's office knickknacks fell off the wall as the building started shaking. I was sitting here working away and all of a sudden the debris went. Butler said Tuesday from Bullard's Trucking, across the street from Trimac in the street. Johns, NL, suburb of Mount Pearl. Article continued below. It was just like something you'd see in a movie. I was very surprised more people weren't hurt. The Royal Newfoundland Constabulary said 9 people were believed to be inside Trimac during the blast at 8:20 a.m. local time. Const. Jeffrey Higdon said 3 people were taken to the hospital, but he couldn't speak to the nature of their injuries. The roof of the building was blown off, with insulation and metal scraps strewn across the parking lot. Some of the large metal pieces landed dangerously close to fuel tanks stored nearby. Rick Dehan, acting deputy chief with the street Johns Regional Fire Department, said the people taken to hospital were moving about when he arrived. Dehan said he was amazed to find all employees outside and accounted for, in relatively good shape. Looking at the extent of damage to the building, there's always the foreboding, I guess, in the back of your mind that there's significant injury and/or casualties, said Dehan. Article continued below, but to our amazement and utter joy, I guess, the people were safe. Acting Platoon Chief Scott Tilley said it appears the employees were working on a fuel tank that contained gasoline or a petroleum product and the fumes may be to blame for the explosion. Damage is extensive due to the force of the combustion, but most of the vapor was consumed by the explosion, meaning there was little fire. Mount Pearl Mayor Dave Acker says he lives about a kilometer from the Kyle Avenue business and felt his entire house shake. It was a little bit scary, said Acker. The sentiment that I'm hearing from the residents of Mount Pearl is that they're concerned about the people that were working in the building or nearby. For the rest of us, it seems to have just been more of a scare from the vibration and shock of the explosion. Dehan said RNC is looking into the case now, and it will likely be a few days before the scene has been properly assessed, after interviewing staff and assessing the site. Dehan couldn't say what workers were doing at the time, but likely some combustible material was on site, because it's a tank servicing facility. Likely there was some combustible residue in a tank, said Dehan. It is an industrial park, so there's, you know, a mixture of different potentialities in there, said Dehan. So that's just another one of them.